Welcome, welcome back for part 2 of onboarding for new staff. Welcome back for part 2 of onboarding for new CMS staff members. During this portion of the module, we will focus on getting started and the information you need to have to be successful in your new role. We'll get started with learning more about the 24-25 academic calendars. As provided by North Carolina law, it is the responsibility of the Board of Education to adopt the instructional calendar for each school year. The calendar must be consistent with requirements of the North Carolina Department of Instruction and North Carolina law. In this section, you will learn about the 24-25 academic calendars. In particular, we will highlight teacher workdays, early release days, and holidays. For detailed information about our calendars, please review the board policy and regulation for academic calendars. This is the 24-25 academic calendar. It was developed by various stakeholders, including students, parents, teachers, principals, central office staff, and community members. When developing the academic calendar, the following were taken into consideration: focusing on academics and maximizing instruction, avoiding days when high absenteeism is likely, such as major religious holidays, placing makeup days where they will likely be needed, and using work days after June 10th as a last resort, giving consideration to federal holidays, recognizing the need for winter break to be as long as possible, and planning the timing of spring break. Teacher workdays are included on the calendar to ensure that there is time for teachers and staff to have adequate training and development to teach students with excellence. The 24-25 academic calendar has 17 teacher workdays, and they are denoted with triangles. At least 2 of the teacher workdays must be designated as optional workdays, meaning teachers may work or take off with pay using accumulated vacation leave or flex day leave. The remaining teacher workdays are required workdays, meaning teachers are required to work. On required teacher workdays, professional development will be provided by central office, learning community, or school presenters. Please notice the 5 district required workdays listed on the left. On the calendar, please reference the red circles. There are 12 non-district required workdays remaining. School administrators will inform you of the school or learning community required teacher workdays as well as the optional teacher workdays. In addition to required teacher workdays, early release days have been designated as professional development days. Students attend school half a day on early release days. There are 4 early release days in the 24-25 academic calendar, and they are denoted with a gray square on the academic calendar. Here, they are denoted with a green circle as well, and the actual dates are listed on the left. This year, early release days will be used for district-required professional development. Please make note of the days that are listed. Charlotte Mecklenburg Schools is committed to making more advanced courses available to students, and our early and middle college programs are options for high school students. Currently, CMS has 3 early college schools and 4 middle college schools. Students and staff participating in these programs follow a different academic calendar. This is the 24-25 academic calendar for Central Piedmont Community College. The schools that follow this calendar are listed on the screen: Central Piedmont Early College, Cato Middle College, Levine Middle College, Harper Middle College, and Maracus Middle College. For those schools, please notice the 4 district-required teacher workdays listed on the left. On the calendar, reference the red circles. There are 18 non-district required workdays remaining. School administrators will inform you of the school or learning community required teacher workdays as well as optional teacher workdays. This is the academic calendar for the University of North Carolina at Charlotte. The schools that follow this calendar are listed: Charlotte Teacher Early College and Charlotte Engineering Early College. Please notice the 4 district required teacher workdays on the left for these schools. On the calendar, reference the red circles. There are 13 non-district required teacher workdays remaining. Charlotte Mecklenburg Schools serve a diverse mix of families. Recognizing, respecting, and valuing these differences is very important to our district. Therefore, the holy days of the most heavily represented faith groups among CMS students were identified and referenced to designate religious and special days during the calendar development process. If an employee desires to request time off to observe a bona fide religious holiday other than those scheduled on the calendar, a written request must be submitted to the principal or immediate supervisor for review and approval prior to taking time off for religious as well as any leave. Please reference Board Policy PHOL to review the policy in its entirety. In closing, we reviewed the 3 academic calendars and information regarding teacher workdays, early release days, and holidays. For more information regarding the academic calendars, review Board Policy OCAL, OCAL-R, or contact Laura Harris at the email address or telephone number above. As a CMS employee, it's very important that you are aware of CMS policy and regulation. Knowing this information protects you and empowers you. In this section, we will learn the difference between policy and regulation and where to locate both. What is the difference between a policy and regulation? Policies are rules established by the Board of Education in collaboration with the superintendent, general counsel, and the chief compliance officer. These rules are aligned to national and state law, and they govern the behaviors and actions of all stakeholders. Regulations are developed by the superintendent and district leaders. They provide specific guidance for operationalizing the policies. Regulations are denoted with a / and the capital R after the policy title. To find CMS policies and regulation, go to the CMS website, look in the menu bar at the top of the page and click on Board of Education. Then locate and click on Meeting Agendas and Policies on the side menu bar. On the next screen, look in the top right corner and click on Policies. After clicking Policies, the policy category will appear on the left-hand side. Another way to search policies on the screen is by using the magnifying glass located at the top right corner of the black menu bar. Click on the magnifying glass and search for policies and regulations using keywords. Now that you know the difference between a policy and a regulation, you know how to locate policies and regulations on the CMS website. The policies and regulations listed here are good to review to ensure a great start. Remember, knowing CMS policy and regulation will protect and empower you. In this section, we'll focus on how to log in each day using Red Rover. You may want to pause the video and take a moment to scan the QR code and download the Red Rover K-12 app using either the Apple Store or Google Play based on your device. The app will be utilized for many purposes for employees of CMS such as clocking in and out, requesting time off, requesting subs, and many other important functions. You can also access Red Rover on the intranet. Once you have the app downloaded and an account created by using your CMS email, you can use the app to clock in and out once you are at your CMS employment location. This function of Red Rover will be used by all CMS employees. The directions on how to log in are on the screen. Please visit our CHARMS website to review Red Rover FAQs and training videos for how to use the functionalities that will be specific to your position. Printable PDFs are available on that site. You may find the site by going to the bit.ly that is on the screen. Next, we will talk about badges. All CMS employees must have a badge created to allow you access to your worksite and ensure the security of all CMS campuses. Employee identification badges are issued by the Graphic Production Center. Best practice is to have the senior administrative secretary or appointed employee within your school or department place a request for your badge on your behalf. You will need to provide a JPEG headshot, no sunglasses, special effects, baseball caps, etc. Please remember your headshot should be representative of you and you're professional in nature. Once the ID badge is produced, it will be mailed via CMS courier to your school or department. Please allow up to 72 hours for the ID badge to be activated. You will want to check in with your supervisor around next steps to receive your badge. Next, we'll move on to weather practices. Weather patterns in Mecklenburg County can be unpredictable and can impact one part of the county and not others. Therefore, procedures have been put in place in accordance with the CMS Board of Education Policy OWTHR to ensure the superintendent can make informed decisions about keeping the district open, close schools, transition to remote, or delay school start, or release schools early, and or cancel after-school activities. The safety of our students and staff is our first priority. Any decision to close, delay, go remote, release early is made with one overriding factor in mind: the well-being of students, their families, and CMS staff. All weather information is located on the website that is listed on your screen. You can also access it by scanning the QR code on your screen. Weather information will be communicated to all CMS staff, students, and families as it is available. Thank you for listening to part 2. Please head over to the next video for part 3 of your CMS onboarding module.